Did all this get here? How did we? Where did the earth and the heavens come from? And people? These must be obvious questions because they have been answered over and over through the ages. These answers have been many and varied. Some of the answers are called religious because they involve gods and myths, and some of the answers have been called scientific because they have been advanced by academics. But they have a lot in common. The number of possible answers continues to grow with scientific progress and with the growth of new religions and their variants, while the number of scientists is greater than ever. The numbers of religions and of the poor and ignorant are also greater than ever. So the scientific and religious approaches continue to grow side by side. The origin of the universe is one thing, the origin of people is another. Somehow there came to be people on the earth, and must agree that the universe came first before the people. But the creation stories are very different. The first creation of the universe and people. Western accounts begin with Bibles, the religious books begun by the Hebrews and extended by Christians. All the Bibles have in common account of busy week where the universe and the human race were created by God who somehow already existed. The creation of the universe is described in the King James Bible like this. And here we have this link to the actual source. So this quote, it's not just copy pasted, it is actually transcluded. This is what is called a transclusion. So when you click in here, it will actually jump you to the original text. So on the right, we see the documents that we've been reading, and on the left, we have the original Genesis book of the Bible, and we have the exact relation in here. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And then we jump back into original document. God then goes to make Eve. She and Adam are expelled from the garden. They have sons who somehow meet other women and populate the earth. There are interesting variants. For instance, in one of the Apocrypha, it is stated that the first woman is Lilith, who refuses is to accept a sex on the bottom position, and to whom Adam grants equality. And here we jump to another book that is now not from the Bible, but we will go here. This is the book. We can see the source where it's coming from and its full context. Adam and Lilith began to fight. She said, "I will not lie below." And he said, "I will not lie beneath you, but only on top. For you are fit only to be in the bottom position, while I am to be in the superior one." Lilith responded, "We are equal to each other inasmuch as we were both created from the earth." And so the difference you see here from the normal book when you read, you would have to go out to the internet to find this whole context where it's from. But here you can just continue reading. You can just get yourself immersed into the context. You can just continue reading, and then when ready, you can jump back to the original text that you've been reading on. And here you can imagine in this short example, how you can imagine how you can interpolate this concept into the whole internet. So as you're reading one article on the page, and then you see as it's referring something where you can jump into it, but not in a new page. You just have the same page. So we stay on the same page even though this is referencing another web page. But we have the exact reference, where it is coming from, how it is interconnected. As we scroll, we can see all these connections. This is the original vision of Xanadu spaces, and this is amazing. This is what we are trying to uh, do in modern way in our reinterpretation with Galaxy, where we apply actually the concept of whiteboard. We implemented with Excalibur because then it also allows us to easily scroll in and out of this context. And we also implement version management control just using Git. And then we run this whole thing in Bun. This modern technologies make this concept that has been around since 1960, implemented by the Nelson. But in our modern interpretation, it actually makes sense, and we're trying to get it just more reliable and more smooth and collaborative in the way that people can share and organize and connect their knowledge in this web of knowledge.